This is absolutely the most dangerous sea on Earth. Countless sharks suddenly rushed in swiftly. A whirlpool emerged at the center of the ocean. All the seawater began to surge backward. The boy touched the pitch-black seawater. Suddenly, a magnificent, colorful giant creature leaped out. It was a magical seahorse. Legend says seeing it brings health and longevity. Turns out the boy and the seahorse were friends. This time, he had asked it for help to rescue someone. The seahorse swam incredibly fast. With its help, they smoothly arrived beside the yacht. Percy and the others quietly boarded the yacht. As soon as they entered, they discovered a strange coffin. It felt like something ominous was hidden there. Suddenly, someone walked in. It seemed he had noticed something. The three quickly ran outside, but a monster spotted them and blocked their path. They were terrified and prepared to run back, only to be blocked again by a strange man. As a result, they were captured and locked in a detention room. But this couldn't stop Percy. He closed his eyes and began to concentrate his powers. The seawater violently surged into huge waves, constantly battering the yacht. The blonde girl seized the chance to grab their drop bag. Percy pulled out the tape his friend had given him and covered the entire edge of the cell door with it. Instantly, a large hole was cut into the cell door, and everyone escaped. The three had just run onto the deck when they bumped into the enemies head-on. A fierce battle began. Fortunately, Percy was formidable and knocked the enemies into the sea with just a few moves, but more and more enemies came. Percy lured them onto the top of the cabin so his companions could steal a lifeboat. For a moment, the enemies couldn't do anything to Percy. The enemies couldn't get to him for the time being. At that moment, the villain Luke also arrived. During their conversation, Percy learned that his friend wasn't on the ship. Meanwhile, his companions successfully stole the lifeboat. As the boy was installing the engine, it slipped from his grasp and fell into the sea. The enemy immediately aimed at him. In the critical moment, Percy concentrated his powers and raised a huge barrier of seawater for his teammate. The woman also remembered there was a canister of nitrous oxide on the backpack. Using the nitrous oxide for acceleration, the lifeboat sped away. Percy also jumped off the yacht, using the power of the seawater as a surfboard to prepare for his escape. Unexpectedly, Luke also jumped down after him. It turned out they were half-brothers, possessing the same abilities. Seeing Luke was about to catch up, Percy waved his hand and blasted Luke away. The three escaped on the nitrous-powered lifeboat, but the boy's potion wore off, and he reverted to his true form as a Cyclops. He smiled at the girl. The girl reminded him he should reapply his disguise. Only then did the boy realize he had revealed his true form and felt very sad. Just as everyone was comforting him, dark clouds suddenly gathered in the sky. The nitrous oxide was also accidentally dropped by the boy. As they were worrying about this, it suddenly seemed like a shark swam past, and it wasn't just one. The group rowed desperately, but more and more sharks appeared. Upon closer inspection, however, they discovered it was a giant whirlpool, and in its center was a ring of jagged teeth.